All right, hello everyone. So let's take a look at the market today. It's 19 minutes past 9 a.m. my time. Now, this is yesterday. This is gold. Yesterday, gold coming down, up, down into the Astro hour, up into the Astro hour, up into the Astro hour there as well. Yesterday, in yesterday's comments, I did also note that the market should continue towards the closure there, 12.55, but in a light move, and that's exactly what happened. As you can see, in a light move, it went into the closing. This is an Astro hour. If you took financial astrology from me, you would have taken note of that. Now let's take a look at gold. Here we are with gold. Not a bad place to be selling. Remember, we had this zone. I marked in these prices before 1935. As you can see, the market pretty much did that. The highest there was 1934.56. So we're pretty, spot on. Okay. And that's your financial astrology hour. So selling from this zone, not a bad idea at all. If you missed the Asia session, no big deal. What to do with this? This is the weekly. Okay, so this 51, as you know, is 1935. So this is going to be a level where you need to look out for. The reason I say that, if it breaks above that, we'll probably go higher into these daily levels here. Now, it's already done a bit of it, but let's keep an open mind up to 1939 there. Okay, and on the weekly, this is 35. So 1939 is up there into this zone. Okay, so we might find ourselves around there. Is there anything else? Let's take a look at the daily. 1939, yeah, 39.73. So that's basically it. 19. I can actually get rid of this. Okay, 1939.73 is pretty much there. Okay, so that's one more push. We could end up there, no problem. On the monthly, as you can see, we're expecting to push further down. On the price, it's a bit of a sandwich level, no problem. I think if the market does come up into these levels again, I think they're sellable both here and up here. Just keep an open mind here. All right. If you want to buy, do it at the Astro hours, either here on the daily pivot, with a stop loss just needs to be under this here, because this red bar is where the market pushed up. Okay, so wait for the Astro hours. I'm expecting some volatile moves today, so be mindful. Things will get, I think, things will take a better turn, I think, just pre-New York session. And then at 5:30 p.m. my time, it should start to take a swing afterwards and take us into like 8 p.m., 7:45, 8 p.m. and see how we go. And like I said, I made comments in the Astro about the Astro in the members area, so check it out. The market should have a push towards, as we get to the closing, it should be like pushy, all right? So be mindful. So selling at the highs is okay. If you want to buy at the Astro hours, do it from here or down here where the market took off before. Don't muck around in no man's land. The only place which is a no man's land, which you can use in the middle of nowhere, is this zone here. So if the market dips down a little bit, comes lower into this buy at an Astro hour, it's doable, but just note that it does have room to push down to go up as well. Okay, so if you trade at the Astro hours, you should be okay because your stop losses are going to be tight. SP 500. Now this is where the Astro hours were yesterday, as you can see, nicely pushing down into the Astro hours here. There's an Astro hour here as well yesterday. If you take a look at yesterday's hours, I had 5 minutes past 4, which is there. Okay, that's your 4 o'clock bar. As you can see, market bounced up, comes back down to this zone and just takes off right into the Astro hours once again, and then going off towards the closing, as you can see here. And that's that basically just coming down. So what to do with the SP 500 as well? Now, as you can see, let's do this. As you can see, after this big fall of Friday, market's kind of going sideways, okay, which is fine. So this could pretty much be on the daily. Let's take a look here. As you can see, just going to be some kind of a sideways market to push down. Remember, I said the market should come up a little bit to sell off. It's done that yesterday. It came up exactly to the region I said, 4462, 4468, and the weekly pivot. That's your zone. I said, if you sold here, you would have done good. Now, what to do again? If the market goes back up again, you can still sell again. We might just sweep the stops here and then come down, or we might just get there again and then come down as well. So, but the market is definitely coming, in my opinion, towards the downside of things, and that's what we should be looking at, and should come down to 4,514, 4,522. Okay, so 14 to 22 is going to be your target there. 4,422 and 14 is going to be there. All right, so we should be popping our heads down into this zone as we come down. 4,415, 4,418, 4,418 is there. All right, if you take a look at your daily, this is what we're heading for. So 38 and also 4,405. Okay, so 4,405, 4,418. 4,405 is going to be there. All right, so this is our target zone in there. Any push up, you can sell off here. On the weekly, like I said, that 58 zone was 4,468. Pretty much the market's done. If we go back up again in New York into the daily, let's say the market came down, we went back up into the daily, the opening, the Asia session, you can sell off in this zone, or you can sell off up here. Okay, if it comes back up, you can also do that. If it breaks below that, then you're going to have to wait for the market to retrace the sell-off. Okay, but as you can see, this is like nice to push down. Yesterday, I also said it should probably clean out the stops here, push up, and then sell off. Same kind of routine here. Come down, push up, sell off. Euro dollar. Now with the euro dollar as well. Okay, as you can see, the market, I said the market will probably come up into the weekly pivot, and it's done that nicely. It didn't quite go up there, but at the end of the day, if you take a look, that's, let's see, where is our 7? Yesterday we had 7 to 7:30. That's your 7 o'clock there, right? So that's the opening, 7 o'clock, nice and easy. And then that's your 7:30 there. So the market fell in between that zone there, retests, and then sells again into there. And then this is a 15-minute chart. That's your 5 o'clock. Okay, we had 5 minutes past 4. That's your 5 minutes past 4. Beautiful pickup, as you can see, right into there. Okay, and then we had the morning session, didn't we? Then we had the morning 9 o'clock. What's that? Well, we had 9 o'clock, as you know. We had, that's your 9 o'clock there. Market just makes that move, pushes up. So that's your 9:15 there. And then what was the other hour? 10, 10, 12. Well, comes down here, doesn't it? That's your 10 o'clock, 10 past 10. And where's your 12 o'clock? That's your 12 o'clock there. So basically, look, it's retesting again at the Astra hour. So this was like a perfect trade for Euro traders. What to do with the euro dollar as well? Remember, if we go back up, we're expecting push downs. Now, don't stand in front of this. The first support is 36, 1.0671. Okay, so 1.0671 today is the support, and you can see that's pretty much done already. Okay, and why is that important? And now a lot of no indicator gives you prices. Indicators just give you wiggly lines, but as you can see, we've got pricing. Okay, so whenever we want to get into a place, what you can do, you can check out the daily PST level, and you got 1.0671 there, right? And then you can also time it from the small time frame as well. So when it gets to the small time frame, you can also check it out. This is a 15-minute chart, so this is going to change quite often, but 71 is exactly 1.0671 is there. Okay, so the market's like pretty much on top of that there. If this was an Astro hour, this would have been good to go in as well, as you can see from here on the daily. On the weekly, we might have a bit of room to push up, as you can see. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of this now. This is no longer valid, but remember, we had a good trade-off here. The market came to that line and moved back up. So that worked pretty well last week. And then this week, they started selling off. Okay, as you can see, last week went up a little bit, and that was the blue range. It didn't tap in. It just fell short and then fell down. So if we go back up again, selling is not a bad idea. Might be there 1.0711 or 1.0705. So between 0705 and 11, let's take a look. 1.0705 to 11. So this zone here might also be like, a zone where the market can sell off. Okay. On the weekly, 43 is 0735. So just be mindful for that level there. I already marked it in before. The market can aspire to go up there, and because the daily PST level broke out, I wouldn't really stand in front of it trying to sell it until we got to a weekly resistance, which is 1.0735. So I wouldn't sell this unless we made a push up. If you want to buy on the lower side, you can, I think. At Astro hours, if you want to buy like here or slightly lower where the market jumped up in this zone, all right, I think it's doable. Okay, if it dips down to go up, I think it's doable, and you can push to a higher high than this. Okay, and then see how things pan out, and then selling from the 0735 is the first logical place to sell according to the weekly. The only other thing is if it breaks the low, okay, then it's a different ball game. Now, if it breaks the low, then on a pull up, we'll just keep shorting it down. Now, just remember, Monday was a swing day for this one, okay, and Monday could be this low or this high, okay, and we're only going to know if it's the low or the high if it breaks out anywhere. So if the market comes down, doesn't break the low of Monday and keeps pushing up, right, turns around, then we can probably take this for a low and push until the next swing day on the euro dollar, or at least get some headway into that 0735. Okay. Now let's take a look at Dow Jones, Nasdaq, and Bitcoin. Right, we've got Dow Jones. Weekly pivot, as you can see there yesterday, and as you can see, that should be 7 o'clock. That's just 7:30 there, and that's just 7 o'clock there. Nice and easy. This is 4 o'clock there. Okay, so bang, 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 coming into closure. That's fine. Weekly pivot, if you sold there, like I said, this was a level. This was a level you could sell at Astro hours. Astro hours, if you sold off, well done. Okay, so no big deal. As you can see, bang, bang. And also in the morning, what do we have? 9 o'clock. 8:30 there. Okay, so that's your 9 o'clock. 12 o'clock, where's your 12 o'clock? 11:30. 12 o'clock there. Okay, so not a bad idea. So this was a bit in the middle of nowhere, as you can see. So places to trade were the low at the Astro hours, or the highs, like I said here, at the Astro hours. So let's take a look at the US 30 now here. Okay, so this is likely to break down. This is beautiful. Okay, so this is basically market coming down, boom, boom, boom. It's retesting that, selling off again. So any push up, we're good to sell. Might not even push up. Okay, we might just go down. So the first place to look out for, though, is this 52 level here, because that's 34,490. Okay, 34,490. That's going to be 34,490. That's going to be a support. Okay, the market, as you can see yesterday, just above that, bought up. Okay, so We want to come down into that 58 on the monthly, 14,762. Any push up, we want to push down on the weekly, and 58 is 15,099, which is right there. Oh, where are we going? Why is that there? Sorry. 41.39, 34.415, 34.415. Okay, is there. So 34.415 is going to be up here somewhere. All right, so I want to dip down into this zone. So if the market comes up in New York, I think it's sellable to do so. All right, you could do it on the Asia high, which is like the opening pivot here. So around here, the market can push down. As you can see, the market broke below the low of Friday. Okay, let me see. It closed pretty much below the close. All right, so the market closed, as you can see over there, but the low was here. The market closed below the low with this bar. Okay, that's the spike there. So, the market is bearish, but if we do go up, you want to be selling off. Okay, that level, is it still on the cards? Let's take a look at the daily. Well, we've got nothing on the daily. On the weekly, yeah, it looks like we can just slip down from here, actually. Correct. So look, even a light move up, if it's an Astro, I think selling is not a bad idea. Just be mindful for those volatile hours I put in. Okay, so there are some hours that are volatile. So, definitely you can put it in there and check it out. NASDAQ, nice. This is the daily, as you can see. Market also went, well, pretty much that level there. Okay, remember I talked about this level, that 15,230. The white lines are my lines. The market goes back up into the daily or the opening, okay, the Asia session up here somewhere. Any up move I think is like good to sell, okay. This is actually nice sell-off. And I'll tell you why, because they're like nice and easy, not a lot of gaps in there. So the market just sizzling back up into the daily or the opening is good. On the daily, you can see it's going to be breaking down. We should be heading down into the HCL1. 15,087 is down here. 15,087. So that's that. Okay, that's that that's the first stop. So you got a target there. And 58 is 15,100. And that's your 15,100 on the weekly. So this should dip down, as you can see, into that zone. All right. So yeah, selling at the Astro hours, any resistance like the daily, the opening here, maybe, anyway here, or the Asia high, like if it goes back up, selling again is not a bad idea at all. Okay, because as you can see, this is the first support now, but that hasn't made any higher. It's just going sideways. So you don't want to trade in no man's land. You want to come up a little bit and then sell the highs and work on it that way. And yesterday, as you can see, that's your 8:35. Where's the 7 o'clock? That's your 7:30. Was this this is the 5-minute chart. So that's your 7:30 there. All right. So as you can see, let me turn this into a 15-minute chart. No problem. 7:30. Remember 7:30. That's the sell-off. Market selling beautifully right in there. So it's all good. Okay. So same kind of thing here. As you can see from the daily and the weekly, we're like inclined to push down further. So selling off is not a bad idea if the market goes back up into that zone. And on the weekly, this is a bit of a sandwich zone, as you can see. Just keep the 62 in mind, 15,417. It's a bit out there. Okay, 15,417. It's a bit out there, but it can do it because I've got this like bad aspect happening towards the closure. So the market, like, just be smart today, okay? And look at the reading that I've posted on the website. The market can have a push all the way into a level. If it does so, don't be surprised, because I'm expecting sudden moves in the market today, and especially like after the closing, it could just push. Okay, like in New York afternoon session, it could just really get pushy. So if we're down somewhere and the market starts to go up, it will just, it can really nicely push up. So be smart. And it could take you somewhere where the market will sell again, and it will just shock everyone. Okay, so be careful. Bitcoin, guys, with Bitcoin, remember we said we should get into the blue zone. The market did so, sold off. Nice, pretty much on the PST, as you can see, right? There you go. All right. We still got a bit more room to go. If you're using your ATAM strategy, guys, all you got to do is just keep an eye out for these price levels, okay, where the lines are. And you can see the market closed below that red line as well. It's just like weird how this is all working. But this zone is a sell zone. I talked about it before. So if it comes up here in astro hours, you can sell it off. That was the whole idea. Let's see what time that was. 3:30. Is that 3:30? So what do we have? We had 5 minutes past 4. Well, that's your 5 minutes past 4. Beautiful, beautiful sell-off, as you can see. All right, and that was the 18th. And what's this? This is 7:30. Oh, look at that. That's your 7 o'clock there. Remember, we had 7 to 7:30. Market's still up here and just bang down. Okay, so that's beautiful. Nice to see. Market doing that. Okay, and then it started pushing up when? Let's see, where's our 9 o'clock? That's your 10 o'clock there. Okay, because we had 10 o'clock, so that's your, 10 o'clock. 9 o'clock we had in the morning as well. So I guess it's around here, right? This is your 9 o'clock. So as you can see, 9, 10, and 12. Those 3 hours were important. And that's your bingo. 12 o'clock happening at the 11:50 bar, going all the way there. That is just awesome. All right, so that's that. So what do you want to do with this one? Well, once again, look, on the highs, if we go up, we want to be selling off, okay? We're sellers. I mean, in my opinion, it should sell. Take note of that 52, 27,736, 27,736 is there. If I put that into perspective here, 27,736 is right on the edge. All right, so that's your zone there. So still in that zone, as you can see. There you go. So it's going to be around there, and it's sellable from here. If it's at astro hours and stuff, so selling from there is, I think, technically good as well.